Alex Bejeda breaks down Sean Strickland defeating Israel Adesanya over the weekend. Alex believes it's Sean's time, and not many middleweights will be able to beat him. On his YouTube channel, Alex said, "I spent a few days training with Sean Strickland, and I got to see how talented he is, his strategies, how tough he is. I got a better understanding of this form of training than actually fighting him. It was totally different because anyone who trains, who fights, knows how it is. During practice, we have more room to play around, and that's what I was able to pick up from him, and that's why I was so sure he was going to win. Let me clarify, I had nothing to do with his win, okay? He won on his own. It's totally his success because he's such a dedicated guy with a unique style. And he really showed us what he's got in this fight with Adesanya, so the credit is all his. I had nothing to do with it, despite the days he spent training with me. We didn't train a lot, but we had some good talks that might have made a difference. Not only for this fight, but for his career in general, and mine too. Clearly, Sean came in and shut his game down. He was really smart. He was moving forward all the time with an amazing defense, and let's not forget the precise strikes. He walked less, circled, and landed the best attacks. You all saw the result. I want to congratulate Sean Strickland. He did an amazing job, and I'm really happy for the change in the division's champion. I think Sean's time has come, and it's not likely that another to take it away. So let's brace ourselves for many more epic fights. Despite some people's skepticism, oh, he fought with Alex and it wasn't like that. Just 3 days after UFC 293, Sean Strickland has already had to duct tape his middleweight title. Sean posted this to his Instagram. He wrote, "Is it me or did this belt just become way better?"
Guys, I already broke my belt, but I have a solution. Good as new.
Hanato Moicano believes Sean Strickland is much smarter than people think. Go check out Hanato's full recap of UFC 293 on his YouTube channel. Links in the description.
He's a smart guy, though, even though he looks like a white trash and he say he's a white trash. I think he's a smart guy, and he, like he say, he's a humorist, you know, he's a comedian. So, man, his history is just unbelievable. He passed for a lot of trauma when he was a kid, but recover of that, he became a fighter. He went to the UFC. He had ups and downs, and after one time he started to speak his mind, and people like him. Nowadays people love him, the way he talks, and it was just unbelievable to see him dominate Adesanya like that. But I was more surprised after the fight when DC gave the mic to him, and he was humble, my brother. He was humble as my brother. And I think that's his true character, you know, his true colors. I think he's a good guy, and I think he's going to be awesome for the MMA community, for the MMA in the United States, for MMA in the whole world, you know, because it's always good to see a new champion with a new style, especially because he's not the most technical, but man, he have a good jab, and his right hand on the first round was amazing. He showed a beautiful fight, my brother.
Michael Bisping and Anothony Smith react to Jake Paul claiming that Nate Diaz turned down the $10 million rematch in MMA. Both Bisping and Smith find it extremely odd that Nate would turn down that amount of money.
If Diaz has turned that down, I would be very curious as to why.
That seems hard to believe. I would fight Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury at the same time for $10 million.
Yeah.
And convince
the referee
myself
stops the fight.
Yeah, and convince myself that I could win.
100%. And that's the disillusion that fighters have. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'll just sleep Francis first, and I'll just get Tyson tired, and I'll probably shoot a takedown on him, and
I'll just ankle pick him.
Yeah.
I'll ankle pick him. He plants
both
his
of
feet.
them at the same time.
He's predictable. I'll ankle pick him. I'll choke him out. It's really that easy. So Jake Paul, he's out there talking about Nate Diaz. I think he's full of shit. What he should be doing, and we always talk about this, is trying to fight some boxers. Or trying to fight Tommy Fury.
Justin Gaethje and Conor McGregor had words for each other. It started with Gaethje saying this at a Q&A.
I'd be lying if I didn't say I've dreamt of ending his career and making sure he was never be able to step back in there. Chandler will now be the second guy that I've beat that he chose to fight, and you know, I think that speaks for itself. He won't fight me, plain and simple.
Conor replied via his Instagram story. He reposted the clip. He wrote, "I gonna puck him around." Ian Garry is not impressed with Sean Strickland's victory over Israel Adesanya. Strickland actually had some harsh words for Ian prior to UFC 293 on the Man Dance podcast featuring Sean and Chris Curtis. Sean called Ian a beta male.
So I don't like the Irish guy because he's a beta male. Didn't he take his girl's last name?
His girl is a Machado, so like in Brazil, that is.
I don't give a she could be God Emperor of the universe. I don't give a
You want Brazilian papers or no?
No, I don't give a
On Sean's victory over Izzy, Ian believes that Izzy lost the fight more than Sean won it. Speaking to Ariel Helwani, Ian said, "I feel like Izzy lost the fight more than Sean Strickland won the fight. I feel like there was a certain point in that fight where Izzy was afraid to lose more than he wanted to win. That has essentially meant that his efficiency, his output, his shot selection wasn't as elite as it normally is, and it gave Sean Strickland the opportunity for his awkwardness to have success, his constant pressure to have success. I feel like if you run that fight back, there's no way Sean Strickland gets his hand raised again. That's my opinion. But at the end of the day, Sean Strickland got his hand raised, and I can never shoot a man for reaching his dream. The truth is, when you watch the fight back, what did Sean do that was elite? He threw a jab and threw all kicks, so there was no wrestling involved. There was no kicks involved. There was a couple punches every now and again and just constant pressure." Dana White had some harsh words for Tito Ortiz. Dana breaks down why the UFC still takes care of Chuck Liddell and not Tito. Dana said, "Here's the problem with Tito, and Tito is just a dumb human being. He's not intelligent at all. He's very, very stupid, okay? Let's start there. Look at him speak publicly anytime. Google Tito Ortiz talking. I don't have any beef with Tito anymore. Tito, you know you're stupid, Tito. You know you are. Tito, we would be coming up to a big fight. That was on Saturday, right? Deals have been done for months. Tito would call and say, I'm not going to show up unless you pay me another $150,000 or whatever the number was. He would do this on the regular. I would go crazy. Tito was always the type of guy that would step over dollars to pick up dimes because he thought he was smart, but he was the complete opposite of smart. He's not a smart guy. He destroyed what could have been an incredible relationship because we loved Tito at the time. Tito was our guy. He absolutely destroyed a relationship that he could have had for the rest of his life over nickels. Chuck Liddell was the exact opposite. He still has the relationship. We still take care of Chuck Liddell. And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post future ones. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Mystery Zero Element 99. It says, Izzy was off because Sean's defense took away all his weapons. He literally nullified what Izzy does best. The second one says the lack of credit Dana gave Sean in the post-fight interview was so disrespectful. Izzy overlooked Sean. He looked off. He looked slow. Nonsense. And the final one's from Godly Knows. It says it is kind of disgusting how Dana didn't give Sean any props. Izzy was off. Izzy had a bad night. Izzy looked slow. When it was really just Sean shutting down Izzy. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured on the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. If you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen to get caught up. And make sure to go subscribe to our second channel where we post our exclusive MMA interviews.